Dominic Singendonk from Netherlands is P2. Best lap is a 1:33.048. 40 minutes remaining in the session. Brian Patterson from Scotland is P5. Best lap is a 2:26.300. Adalak Sanyi is first. Best lap is a 1:30.849. Rene Robertson from England is ninth. Glenfield is P7. Brian Patterson in Woodcote is P6. Robert Cormack is 6th. Best lap is a 1:35.872. Brian Patterson is 5th. Best lap is a 1:34.143. Adalak Sanyi is P1. Dominic Bobarg in Madquick is P4. Dominic Singendonk is P3. Best lap is a 1:31.921. Dominic Bobarg in Louvain Strait is P6. Rene Robertson in Port Water is P4. Best lap is a 1:32.001. Adalaksanyi in Madwick is first. 35 minutes remaining in the session. Glenfield in Madwick is P8. Best lap is a 13:36.274. Dominic Sinjendonk in Lovand is third. Rene Robertson in Madwick is P4. Dominic Faubourg in Madwick is P6. Best lap is a 1:33.138. Rene Robertson from England in Lovand Straight is fourth. Robert Cormack in Lovand Straight is seventh. Rene Robertson is P4. Adalaksanyi from Hungary is P1. Max Shepard from United Kingdom is 10th. Dominic Sinjendonk is third. John Astrop from New Zealand in St Mary's is P11 driving a Mazda RX-3. Glenfield is P8. Best lap is a 5:00.583. 30 minutes remaining in the session. Rene Robertson in Lovan Straight is P4. Adalak Sanyi in Woodcote is first. Mac Shepard in Madwick is P7. Best lap is a 1:33.685. Adalak Sanyi in St. Mary's is P1. Best lap is a 1:30.452. Glenfield is P10. Best lap is a 2:18.447. Adalak Sanyi is P1. John Astroff is 5th. Best lap is a 1:32.278. Adalak Sanyi is first. Mac Shepard from United Kingdom in Lovan Straight is P8. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is P12. Rene Robertson is P4. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Brian Patterson in Lovant is P6. Best lap is a 1:33.006. Adalak Sanyi in Ford Water is P1. Brian Patterson in Madquick is P8. Adalak Sanyi in Woodcote is P1. Glenfield is P11. Brian Patterson in Woodcote is P8. Martijn Mol in Madquick is P2. Best lap is a 1:30.796. Rene Robertson is 6th. Martijn Mol in Lovant Straight is P2. Brian Patterson is 8th. Martijn Mol is 2nd on standards. Dominic Bobark is 10th. 20 minutes remaining in the session. David Kelsall in Ford Water is 4th. Best lap is a 1:31.548. Adelak Sanyi in chicane is P1. Dominic Favard from United Kingdom is 10th. Martijn Mol in St. Mary's is P2. Dominic Favard in Levant is P10. David Kelsall from England in Levant Straight is P6. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is P2. Announcer bot is active. Max Shepard from United Kingdom in Madquick is first. Rene Robertson from England is P2. Max Shepard in Levant Straight is first. Rene Robertson in Levant is P2. John Astrop from New Zealand is fourth driving a Mazda RX-3. Max Shepard in ST Marys is P1. Best lap is a 2:00.669. David Kelsall from England is sixth. John Astrop is fourth. David Kelsall is P6. John Astrop from New Zealand is third. Best lap is a 2:14.241. Dominic Singendonk from Netherlands is P7. David Kelsall in Levant is P8. Dominic Singendonk in chicane is P7. Robert Cormack from Italy is A. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is 4th. Best lap is a 1:49.544. David Kelsall from England in Levan Straight is 2nd. Best lap is a 1:31.687. Rene Robertson is 7th. Best lap is a 2:18.627. Dominic Singendonk in Ford Water is 3rd. Best lap is a 1:31.870. David Kelsall is P2. Attila Szanyi from Hungary is P11. David Kelsall in chicane is 4th. John Astrup is 7th. Best lap is a 1:32.399. Attila Szanyi in St. Mary's is 10th. Dominic Bobarg in Madquick is P3. Best lap is a 1:31.333. Robert Cormack in St. Mary's is P8. Best lap is a 1:35.068. John Astrup from New Zealand is P7. David Kelsall in Lovan Straight is P4. Best lap is a 1:31.390. Brian Patterson from Scotland is P9. Best lap is a 1:34.243. Dominic Faubourg in Portwater is third. Brian Patterson is 10. Rene Robertson in Woodcote is P5. David Kelsall in St Mary's is P4. Adelak Sanyi is 9th. Best lap is a 1:32.292. Dominic Sinjendonk in Woodcote is P7. Rene Robertson from England in Portwater is 5th. Best lap is a 1:31.417. John Astrop is 6th. Best lap is a 1:31.743. Matt Shepard is P2. Best lap is a 1:31.216. Adelak Sanyi in Woodcote is 8th. Max Shepard is 2nd. Rene Robertson is P5. Max Shepard in Madwick is second. Dominic Bobark is third. David Kelsall in Lovant is P4. Dominic Sinjendonk is 7. Best lap is a 1:31.747. Martijn Mol is first. Best lap is a 1:30.084. Rene Robertson in Fort Water is P5. Martijn Mol is first. Max Shepard in Lovant Straight is P2. Rene Robertson is 5th. Max Shepard is second. John Astrop in Lovant is P7 driving a RX3. Glenfield from United Kingdom in Lovant is 9th on standards. Best lap is a 1:32.106. Martijn Mol is P1. Brian Patterson in Lovant is P10. Best lap is a 1:32.193. Adelak Sanyi is P4. Best lap is a 1:31.241. Robert Cormack in Woodcote is 11. John Astrop is 7. Glenfield in Woodcote is P9. Dominic Bahart in Woodcote is 5th. Dominic Sinjendonk in St. Mary's is P8. Rene Robertson in Madwick is P3. Best lap is a 1:31.114. "95 minutes remaining in the session. David Kelsall is 6th. John Astrop is P7. Rene Robertson in Fort Water is P3. Martage Mole in Lovant Strait is P1. Best lap is a 1:29.900. Brian Patterson from Scotland is 10th. John Astrop is P7. Dominic Singendonk in St. Mary's is P8. John Astrop in Levant is P7. Robert Cormack in Madquick is 11th. Best lap is a 1:34.176. Dominic Bobart is 3rd. Best lap is a 1:30.977. Brian Patterson is P10. Robert Cormack in Chicane is 11th. Christopher Ball in Chicane is P12. 90 minutes remaining in the session. Brian Patterson in Woodcote is P10. Adelak Sanyi in Levant Straight is P2. Best lap is a 1:30.903. Glenfield is P10. Robert Cormack is 11th. Christopher Ball in Chicane is 12. John Astrop is P8. Christopher Paul is 12. Best lap is a 1:42.332. The qualification session is at Goodwood Circuit in Chichester, Great Britain. Brian Patterson from Scotland is P1. Dominic Singendonk from Netherlands in Madwick is third. Mac Shepherd from United Kingdom in Madwick is fifth. Robert Cormack from Italy is P8. John Astrop from New Zealand is P5 driving a Mazda RX-3. Brian Patterson in Madwick is P1. David Kelsall from England in Fordwater is P2. Brian Patterson in Lovan Strait is P1. Best lap is a 2:10.889. Attila Szanyi from Hungary in Woodcote is 8th. Dominik Sinjendonk is provisional pole with a 1:31.620. Max Shepard in Woodcote is P12. Attila Szanyi is 10th. Best lap is a 3:43.818. 2:13.410 off pole. Rene Robertson is provisional pole with a 1:30.677. Rene Robertson is P2. Dominic Favard in Luband is P11. 10 minutes remain in the session. Martijn Mol is provisional pole with a 1:29.785. Attila Szanyi is P10. Attila Szanyi improved his 4th with a 1:31.192. 1.407 off pole. Christopher Ball is P12. John Astrup is 8th. Best lap is a 132.571. 2.786 off pole. The race session is at Goodwood Circuit in Chichester, Great Britain. Rene Robertson from England is first. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is P2. Max Shepard from United Kingdom is P3. Dominic Singendonk from Netherlands is P4. Attila Ksanyi from Hungary is 5th. Dominic Faubourg is 6th. John Astrup from New Zealand is P7 driving a Mazda RX-3. David Kelsall from England is 8th. Brian Patterson from Scotland is P9. Glenn Field from United Kingdom is 10th. Christopher Ball is P11. Rene Robertson is P1. "30 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Martijn Mol is P2. Max Shepard in Madquick is P3. Robert Cormack entering the pits is 12. Dominic Singendonk in Ford Water is 4th. David Kelsall in St. Mary's is P6. Martijn Mol is P2. Dominic Singendonk is P4. John Astrup in Chicane is P6. John Astrup lost P7 to Brian Patterson. Max Shepard exiting pits. John Astrup lost P8 to Attila Ksanyi. Martijn Mol is second, 0.3 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson is P2 battling Martijn Mol. Max Shepard in Levant is P6, 0.8 behind Glenn Field. Rene Robertson in Woodcote is P2, 0.4 behind Martijn Mol. Max Shepard is P6, 0.4 behind Glenn Field. Dominic Bobart is P9, 0.3 behind John Astrup. Max Shepard on lap 3 is P6, 0.2 behind Glenn Field. Dominic Bobart in Fort Water is P9, 0.1 behind John Astrup. Dominic Bobart passed John Astrup for 8th. Max Shepard in Levant is 6th battling Glenn Field. Glenn Field in Levant Straight is P6 battling Max Shepard. Martijn Mol on lap 3 is P2, 0.2 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson in Madwick is P2 battling Martijn Mol. 25 minutes remaining in the session. John Astrup is P9. Best lap is a 1:33.549. 2.798 off the fastest lap. Brian Patterson exiting pits. Christopher Ball in Woodcote is 11th, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. David Kelsall is 3rd, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. David Kelsall passed Rene Robertson for 2nd. Dominic Singendonk on lap 5 is 4th, 0.2 behind Rene Robertson. Adalak Sanyi from Hungary in Fort Water is P7, 1.0 behind Glenn Field. Rene Robertson in Levant is P3, 0.5 behind David Kelsall. Adalak Sanyi from Hungary in Levant Straight is P7, 0.5 behind Glenn Field. Adalak Sanyi was 1.5 faster last lap. Rene Robertson in Chicane is 3rd, 0.4 behind David Kelsall. Adalak Sanyi is P7. Best lap is a 1:31.576. POINT 825 off the fastest lap. Rene Robertson in Fort Water is third, 0.2 behind David Calsall. Glenfield is P7, 0.4 behind Adalak Sanyi. Dominic Sinjendonk in Levant is P4, 0.3 behind David Calsall. David Calsall in Woodcote is third, 0.4 ahead of Dominic Sinjendonk. Dominic Sinjendonk in Madquick is P4, 0.7 behind David Calsall. Christopher Ball entering the pits is P11. David Calsall in St. Mary's on lap 7 is third, 0.6 behind Rene Robertson. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Christopher Ball exiting pits. Max Shepard in Levant Straight is P5. Best lap is a 1:31.296. POINT 545 off the fastest lap. Adalak Sanyi in Woodcote is P7, 0.5 behind Glenfield. Adalak Sanyi was 1.6 faster last lap. John Astrup in Woodcote is 9th. Adalak Sanyi exiting pits. Dominic Sinjendonk is P4. Best lap is a 1:32.090. 1.363 off the fastest lap. David Calsall in St. Mary's is P3, 0.3 ahead of Dominic Sinjendonk. David Calsall is now P2. Max Shepard in Levant on lap 8 is P4, 0.4 behind Dominic Sinjendonk. Rene Robertson from England in Woodcote is 5th. 1.0 behind Max Shepard. Rene Robertson passed Dominic Sinjendonk for P3. John Astrup in Chicane is 9th driving a Mazda RX-3, 2.8 behind Adalak Sanyi. Dominic Sinjendonk exiting pits. Max Shepard exiting pits. Glenfield is 4th. John Astrup exiting pits. Max Shepard in Ford Water is 8th, 1.2 behind Dominic Singendonk. Rene Robertson in Woodcote is P3, 2.3 behind David Kelsall. Max Shepard in Woodcote is P8, 1.0 behind Dominic Singendonk. Glenfield in Ford Water is P4, 2.4 behind Rene Robertson. Dominic Singendonk in Ford Water is 8th, 0.3 behind Max Shepard. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Max Shepard in Levant on lap 10 is P7, 0.6 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson in Levant Straight is P7. Best lap is a 1:31.324. POINT 597 off the fastest lap. Rene Robertson lost 7th to Dominic Singendonk. Dominic Singendonk is 7th, 1.2 behind Max Shepard. Rene Robertson exiting pits. Dominic Favard in St. Mary's is P4, 2.0 behind Glenfield. Dominic Singendonk in Levant is P7, 1.9 behind Max Shepard. David Kelsall entering the pits is 2nd. Dominic Favard in chicane is 4th, 2.1 behind Glenfield. Martijn Mol exiting pits. Dominic Favard passed David Kelsall for P2. David Kelsall exiting pits. Max Shepard is P5. Glenfield exiting pits. Max Shepard passed David Kelsall for 4th. Dominic Singendonk is 6th, 0.4 behind David Kelsall. David Kelsall in Ford Water is P6, 0.1 behind Dominic Singendonk. Glenfield in St. Mary's is P7, 0.3 behind David Kelsall. Glenfield was 5.8 faster last lap. David Kelsall on lap 12 is P6, 0.3 ahead of Glenfield. Glenfield in Woodcote is P7, 0.5 behind David Kelsall. Glenfield is now 6th. Dominic Faubourg exiting pits. David Kelsall in Madquick is P5, 0.8 ahead of Glenfield. David Kelsall lost P5 to Glenfield. Max Shepard is 3rd, 1.5 behind Adil Aksanyi. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Brian Patterson is P10, 1.1 behind Rene Robertson. David Kelsall in chicane is P6, 1.7 behind Glenfield. Dominic Singendonk in Fort Water is 4th, 2.6 behind Max Shepard. Dominic Faubourg in St. Mary's is P7, 2.0 behind David Kelsall. Dominic Faubourg was 2.2 faster last lap. Dominic Singendonk in Woodcote is P4, 2.1 behind Max Shepard. Dominic Faubourg in Woodcote is P7, 0.5 behind David Kelsall. Dominic Singendonk in Fort Water is P4, 1.4 behind Max Shepard. Dominic Faubourg in Fort Water is P7, 0.5 behind David Kelsall. Dominic Singendonk from Netherlands in Love Straight is 4th, 2.3 behind Max Shepard. David Kelsall in Love Straight is P7. Best lap is a 1:31.662. 1.647 off the fastest lap. Dominic Singendonk in Madquick is P4, 1.9 behind Max Shepard. Max Shepard was 0.8 faster last lap. David Kelsall in Fordwater is P7, 1.2 behind Dominic Faubourg. Dominic Singendonk in Love Straight is 4th, 2.7 behind Max Shepard. Five minutes remaining in the session. David Kelsall in Woodcote is 7th, 1.7 behind Dominic Faubourg. Dominic Singendonk in Fordwater is 4th, 2.9 behind Max Shepard. Dominic Faubourg in Fordwater is P6, 0.5 behind Glenfield. Glenfield is 6th battling Dominic Faubourg. Dominic Faubourg was 1.0 faster last lap. Glenfield passed Dominic Faubourg for P5. Dominic Faubourg in Love Straight is 6th, 0.2 behind Glenfield. Dominic Faubourg passed Glenfield for P5. Dominic Faubourg lost P5 to Glenfield. John Astrup in Woodcote is P8, 1.4 behind David Kelsall. Dominic Faubourg in Madquick is P6, 0.4 behind Glenfield. John Astrup from New Zealand in Fordwater is 8th, 1.6 behind David Kelsall. Dominic Faubourg in Love is P6, 0.5 behind Glenfield. John Astrup from New Zealand is 8th, 2.1 behind David Kelsall. Dominic Faubourg-in Madquick is 6th, 0.9 behind Glenfield. Glenfield was 0.5 faster last lap. Max Shepard in St. Mary's is P3, 0.4 behind Adil Aksani. Max Shepard passed Adil Aksani for 2nd. Dominic Faubourg in St. Mary's is 6th, 0.5 behind Glenfield. David Kelsall in Levant on lap 19 is 8th. 2.0 behind John Astrup. Glenfield in Woodcote is P6, 0.2 behind Dominic Faubourg. Glenfield was 0.5 faster last lap. Dominic Faubourg is P6, 0.1 behind Glenfield. Adil Aksani in St. Mary's is 3rd, 1.7 behind Max Shepard. John Astrup in Ford Water is 6th, 0.4 behind Dominic Faubourg. David Kelsall is P7, 0.5 behind John Astrup. Glenfield is 8th, 0.3 behind David Kelsall. Glenfield was 4.4 faster last lap. David Kelsall from England in Woodcote is P7, 0.5 behind John Astrup. David Kelsall passed John Astrup for 6th. John Astrup is 7th. Has just finished the race. Martijn Mol finished 1st. Brian Patterson finished 10th. Adil Aksani finished 2nd. Max Shepard finished P3. Dominic Singendon finished P4. Favard finished 5th. David Kelsall finished 6th. Glenfield finished P7. John Astrup finished 8th. Rene Robertson finished P9. The race session is at Goodwood Circuit in Chichester, Great Britain. Rene Robertson from England is first. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is P2. Max Shepard from United Kingdom is third. Dominic Singendonk from Netherlands is fourth. Attila Szanyi from Hungary is P5. Dominic Favarg is 6th. John Astrup from New Zealand is 7th, driving a Mazda RX-3. David Kelsall from England is P8. Brian Patterson from Scotland is 9th. Glenfield from United Kingdom is 10th. Christopher Ball is 11th. Robert Cormack from Italy is P12. Rene Robertson is first. Minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Max Shepard is P3. Dominic Singendonk in Matwick is 4th. Dominic Favarg in Fort Water is 5th. David Kelsall in Lovant is 10th. David Kelsall passed Robert Cormack for P9. Max Shepard in Woodcote is 3rd. Dominic Sinjandong in Chicane is P4. Brian Patterson entering the pits is P8. Dominic Favard in Madquick is 5th, 0.2 behind Dominic Sinjandong. Brian Patterson exiting pits. Dominic Favard passed Dominic Sinjandong for 4th. Dominic Sinjandong in Fort Water is 5th, 0.1 behind Dominic Favard. Christopher Ball in Fort Water is 11th, 0.4 behind John Astrup. Adalak Sanyi in Lovant is 6th, 0.4 behind Dominic Favard. Adalak Sanyi passed Dominic Favard for 5th. John Astrup in Lovant is 10th, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Dominic Favard in Chicane is 5th, 0.4 behind Adalak Sanyi. Dominic Sinjandong in Madquick is P6 battling Dominic Favard. John Astrup in Madquick is 10th, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. Dominic Sinjandong from Netherlands in St. Mary's is P6, 0.2 behind Dominic Favard. Dominic Favard in Lovant is P6 battling Dominic Sinjandong. Dominic Favard passed Dominic Sinjandong for P5. Dominic Sinjandong is P6, 0.1 behind Dominic Favard. Dominic Sinjandong passed Dominic Favard for 5th. Dominic Favard in Chicane is 6th, 0.5 behind Dominic Sinjandong. Dominic Favard passed Dominic Sinjandong for 5th. Dominic Sinjandong in Madquick is 6th battling Dominic Favard. 25 minutes remaining in the session. David Kelsall in Fort Water is 7th. Best lap is a 1:31.428. 1.251 off the fastest lap. John Astrup is P10, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. David Kelsall from England in Lovant is 6th, 0.1 behind Dominic Sinjandong. Glenfield exiting pits. Dominic Sinjandong in Lovant Straight is 6th, 0.1 behind David Kelsall. Dominic Singendonk is now P7. John Astrup in Levant Straight is P10 driving a RX3, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrup passed Brian Patterson for 9th. Max Shepard in Madgwick is 2nd, 0.4 behind Rene Robertson. Martijn Mol in St. Mary's is 3rd, 0.7 behind Max Shepard. Max Shepard in Levant on lap 5 is 2nd, 0.2 behind Rene Robertson. John Astrup in St. Mary's is 9th, 0.5 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrup passed Brian Patterson for P8. Brian Patterson in Levant is P9, 0.1 behind John Astrup. Max Shepard is P2, 0.7 behind Rene Robertson. Brian Patterson is 9, 0.5 behind John Astrup. Brian Patterson was 1.1 faster last lap. Brian Patterson passed John Astrup for 8th. John Astrup in Madgwick is P9, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrup passed Brian Patterson for P8. Brian Patterson in Ford Water is P9, 0.1 behind John Astrup. Glenfield in Ford Water is P11, 0.8 behind Christopher Ball. Glenfield passed Christopher Ball for 10th. Brian Patterson in Levant is P9, 0.4 behind John Astrup. Martijn Mol is P3, 0.6 behind Max Shepard. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Max Shepard is P2, 0.7 ahead of Martijn Mol. Martijn Mol is 3rd. Max Shepard in Ford Water is P2, 0.4 ahead of Martijn Mol. Martijn Mol from Netherlands in St. Mary's is P3, 0.5 behind Max Shepard. Dominic Singendonk in Levant on lap 8 is 6th, 1.1 behind David Kalsall. John Astrup exiting pits. Martijn Mol is P3, 0.5 behind Max Shepard. Christopher Ball entering the pits is P11. Martijn Mol is now second. Dominic Singendonk is 5th, 1.8 behind David Kalsall. Christopher Ball exiting pits. Martijn Mol is second, 0.2 behind Max Shepard. Rene Robertson exiting pits. Robert Cormack entering the pits is P12. Dominic Singendonk in St. Mary's is 5th, 1.6 behind David Kalsall. Robert Cormack exiting pits. Martijn Mol is P2, 0.2 behind Max Shepard. Brian Patterson exiting pits. Brian Patterson in Madquick is P9, 0.5 behind John Astrup. Martijn Mol in Madquick is P2, 0.2 behind Max Shepard. Adalak exiting pits. Brian Patterson is P9, 0.9 behind John Astrup. John Astrup was 5.6 faster last lap. Dominic Singendonk exiting pits. Dominic Faubourg exiting pits. Martijn Mol is P2, 0.1 behind Max Shepard. Minutes remaining in the session. Max Shepard in Woodcote on lap 10 is second, battling Martijn Mol. Max Shepard passed Martijn Mol for P1. Robert Cormack is 12th. Max Shepard is P4, 1.5 behind Adalak Sanyi. Max Shepard exiting pits. Brian Patterson in Levant is 9th, 1.2 behind John Astrup. Christopher Ball entering the pits is P11. Adalaksanyi in Levant is P3, 3.7 behind David Kelsall. David Kelsall was 1.7 faster last lap. Christopher Ball exiting pits. Brian Patterson in Madquick is P9, 2.3 behind John Astrup. John Astrup was 1.8 faster last lap. Mardij Mole exiting pits. Max Shepard is P4, 1.0 behind Mardij Mole. Brian Patterson in Levant Straight is P9, 1.6 behind John Astrup. Max Shepard in Levant on lap 12 is 4th. 0.8 behind Mardij Mole. Adalaksanyi in chicane is P2, 0.6 behind David Kelsall. Adalaksanyi passed David Kelsall for first. David Kelsall exiting pits. Max Shepard is P3, 0.8 behind Mardij Mole. Mardij Mole in ST Marys is second, 0.5 behind Adalaksanyi. Adalaksanyi was 1.9 faster last lap. Mardij Mole passed Adalaksanyi for P1. Adalaksanyi in Levant is third, 0.4 behind Max Shepard. Max Shepard is P3 battling Adalaksanyi. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Adalaksanyi from Hungary is third battling Max Shepard. Adalaksanyi passed Max Shepard for second. Adalaksanyi lost second to Max Shepard. John Astrup in Ford Water is P9, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. Adalaksanyi from Hungary in Ford Water is third, 0.5 behind Max Shepard. John Astrup in Levant Straight is P9, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Glenfield in Whitcote is P10. 0.4 behind John Astrup. Glenfield passed John Astrup for P9. John Astrup in Madwick is P10, 1.0 behind Glenfield. Brian Patterson in Ford Water is 9. Best lap is a 1:33.997. 3.820 off the fastest lap. Adelaksany in Ford Water is 3rd, 2.0 behind Max Shepard. Brian Patterson is 9th, 1.9 behind Glenfield. Adelaksany from Hungary in Woodcote is 3rd, 1.7 behind Max Shepard. Max Shepard was 1.9 faster last lap. Dominic Favart in chicane is P6, 2.2 behind Dominic Singendonk. Adelaksany is P3, 1.8 behind Max Shepard. John Astrup in Woodcote is 10, 1.8 behind Brian Patterson. Adelaksany in chicane is 3rd, 1.9 behind Max Shepard. Five minutes remaining in the session. John Astrup is 10th, 1.7 behind Brian Patterson. Adelaksany on lap 17 is P3, 1.9 behind Max Shepard. Dominic Favart in St. Mary's is P6, 0.5 behind Dominic Singendonk. Dominic Singendonk was 0.7 faster last lap. Dominic Favart passed Dominic Singendonk for P5. Dominic Singendonk in Louvain is P6, 0.4 behind Dominic Favart. John Astrup is P10 driving a Mazda RX-3, 1.4 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson was 1.2 faster last lap. Dominic Sinjendonk in Madquick is P6, 0.5 behind Dominic Bobard. Dominic Bobard was 3.4 faster last lap. John Astrup in Levant is 10th. Best lap is a 1:33.228. 3.051 off the fastest lap. Dominic Sinjendonk in St. Mary's is P6, 0.5 behind Dominic Bobard. John Astrup from New Zealand in Woodcote is P10, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Dominic Sinjendonk in Woodcote on lap 18 is P6, 0.6 behind Dominic Bobard. Adelak Sanyi is P3, 0.8 behind Max Shepard. Adelak Sanyi was 0.8 faster last lap. Dominic Bobard in St. Mary's is 5th. Best lap is a 1:30.695. POINT 561 off the fastest lap. Adelak Sanyi in Chicane is P3, 0.8 behind Max Shepard. Dominic Bobard in Chicane is 5th, 1.4 behind David Calsall. Adelak Sanyi is 3rd, 0.3 behind Max Shepard. Robert Cormack is 12th. Robert Cormack entering the pits is P12. Adelak Sanyi is 3rd. Max Shepard in Levant Straight is P3 battling Adelak Sanyi. Dominic Sinjendonk in Levant Straight is 6th, 2.3 behind David Calsall. Max Shepard in Port Water is 3rd, 1.3 behind Adelak Sanyi. Dominic Sinjendonk is P6, 2.6 behind David Kelsall. The leader has just finished the race. Martijn Mol finished first. Adelak Sanyu finished second. Max Shepard finished third. John Astrup finished eighth. Rene Robertson finished P9. Dominic Bovard finished 4th. Brian Patterson finished P10. David Kelsall finished 5th. Dominic Sinjendonk finished 6th. Glenfield is 7th. Glenfield finished P7. Christopher Ball finished 11th. The race session is at Goodwood Circuit in Chichester, Great Britain. John Astrop from New Zealand is first driving a Mazda RX-3. Brian Patterson from Scotland is P2. Rene Robertson from England is P3. Glenfield from United Kingdom is P4. David Kelsall from England is 5th. Max Shepard from United Kingdom is P6. Dominic Faubourg is P7. Attila Ksanyi from Hungary is P8. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is P9. Christopher Ball is P10. Robert Cormack from Italy is P11. John Astrop is first. Glenfield entering the pits is 14. 30 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Dominic Faubourg is 6th. Dominic Faubourg is now P5. John Astrop in Matwick is 2nd. Max Shepard in Fordwater is 3rd. Martijn Mol in St. Mary's is 5th. Dominic Faubourg is 10. Dominic Faubourg passed Robert Cormack for P9. Max Shepard in Woodcote is P2. David Kelsall in chicane is 6th. Max Shepard in Matwick is 2nd, 0.4 behind Rene Robertson. Martijn Mol in Fordwater is 5th, 0.1 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard in St. Mary's is P2, 0.4 behind Rene Robertson. Martijn Mol in Levant is P5, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson from Scotland is 5th, 0.2 behind Martijn Mol. Christopher Ball in Woodcote is 8th, battling Dominic Faubourg. Christopher Ball lost P8 to Dominic Bobard. Robert Cormack in chicane is 10th, 0.5 behind Christopher Ball. Robert Cormack passed Christopher Ball for P9. Max Shepard in Ford Water on lap 3 is second, 0.1 behind Rene Robertson. Brian Patterson in St. Mary's is P6, 0.3 behind David Kelsall. Max Shepard in Levant on lap 3 is P2, 0.4 behind Rene Robertson. Adelak Sanyi in Levant Straight is P7, 0.1 behind John Astrup. Adelak Sanyi passed Brian Patterson for P5. Adelak Sanyi lost P5 to Brian Patterson. John Astrup from New Zealand is P7, 0.4 behind Adelak Sanyi. Adelak Sanyi is 6th. Best lap is a 1:31.856. 1.299 off the fastest lap. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Max Shepard is second, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. Adelak Sanyi in St. Mary's is P6, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson in Levant Straight is 6th battling Adelak Sanyi. Adelak Sanyi was 1.1 faster last lap. Max Shepard in Madwick is second, 0.8 behind Rene Robertson. Brian Patterson in Ford Water is P6. Best lap is a 1:33.051. 3.009 off the fastest lap. Max Shepard in Levant is P2, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. Christopher Ball entering the pits is 10th. Rene Robertson is P2 battling Max Shepard. Rene Robertson passed Max Shepard for first. Christopher Ball exiting pits. Max Shepard in chicane is second, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson was 0.6 faster last lap. Mardij Mole in Madwick is 4th, 1.6 behind David Kelsall. Adelak Sanyi exiting pits. Max Shepard in St. Mary's is second, 0.2 behind Rene Robertson. Adalak Sanyi is P9. Best lap is a 1:31.729. 1.687 off the fastest lap. Robert Cormack is P9, 0.1 behind Adalak Sanyi. Max Shepard is second, 0.2 behind Rene Robertson. Martijn Mol in chicane is fourth, 0.5 behind David Kalsal. Dominic Favarg in Madwick is 7th, 0.8 behind John Astrup. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is P4, 0.3 behind David Kalsal. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Dominic Favarg is 7th, 0.5 behind John Astrup. John Astrup is P7, 0.2 behind Dominic Favarg. Max Shepard in Madwick is second, 1.0 behind Rene Robertson. Max Shepard was 0.9 faster last lap. Dominic Favarg in Madwick is 6th, 0.5 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson in Fort Water is P5 battling Dominic Favarg. Max Shepard in Woodcote on lap 8 is second, 0.6 behind Rene Robertson. David Kalsal in Woodcote is P4, 0.5 behind Martijn Mol. David Kalsal passed Martijn Mol for P3. Martijn Mol is 4th, 0.3 behind David Kalsal. Max Shepard is second, 0.4 behind Rene Robertson. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is P4, 0.4 behind David Kalsal. Dominic Favarg exiting pits. David Kelsall in Lovand is P4 battling Martijn Mol. David Kelsall was 3.1 faster last lap. John Astrup in Lovand Straight is P6. Best lap is a 1:32.232. 2.190 off the fastest lap. David Kelsall is P3, 0.5 behind Martijn Mol. Rene Robertson exiting pits. Robert Cormack entering the pits is 8th. Robert Cormack is P8. Christopher Paul is 10th. Robert Cormack exiting pits. Minutes remaining in the session. Rene Robertson is P6, 0.5 behind John Astrup. John Astrup was 31.2 faster last lap. David Kelsall in Woodcote is 3rd, 0.5 behind Martijn Mol. Martijn Mol was 0.8 faster last lap. John Astrup in Woodcote is P6, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. Adelak Sanyi is 7th. Adelak Sanyi passed Brian Patterson for P5. Brian Patterson exiting pits. John Astrup exiting pits. David Kelsall in St. Mary's is P3, 1.6 behind Martijn Mol. Adelak Sanyi from Hungary in Lovand is 5th, 3.0 behind Rene Robertson. John Astrup from New Zealand in Lovand Straight is P7, 4.1 behind Brian Patterson. Max Shepard exiting pits. David Kelsall exiting pits. Rene Robertson in Madquick is P4, 0.5 behind David Kelsall. David Kelsall in Fort Water is P4 battling Rene Robertson. Adelak Sanyi is P5, 0.5 behind David Kelsall. Adelak Sanyi was 11.1 faster last lap. David Kelsall from England in Woodcote is P4, 0.8 ahead of Adalak Sanyu. Adalak Sanyi is 5th. Mardij Mol exiting pits. Adalak Sanyi is now P4. David Kelsall in Madquick is P4, 0.3 behind Adalak Sanyi. Mardij Mol in St. Mary's is P5, 1.9 behind David Kelsall. David Kelsall was 11.9 faster last lap. Adalak Sanyi in Levant Straight is 3rd. Best lap is a 1:30.614. Point 572 off the fastest lap. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Mardij Mol in Woodcote is 5th, 0.5 behind David Kelsall. Mardij Mol passed David Kelsall for 4th. Adalak Sanyi is 3rd, 1.0 behind Rene Robertson. David Kelsall is 5th. Best lap is a 1:31.487. 1.531 off the fastest lap. Adalak Sanyi in Levant Straight is 3rd, 1.0 behind Rene Robertson. David Kelsall in Chicane is P5, 2.3 behind Mardij Mol. Mardij Mol was 1.6 faster last lap. Adalak Sanyi in Fort Water is P3, 0.9 behind Rene Robertson. Mardij Mol is 4th, 2.2 behind Adalak Sanyi. Adalak Sanyi in Levant Straight is P3, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson from England in Woodcote is P4 battling Mardij Mol. Mardij Mol in Madquick is third, 1.5 behind Adalaksanyi. Rene Robertson in St. Mary's on lap 16 is fourth, 2.4 behind Mardij Mol. Mardij Mol in Luband Straight is third, 1.1 behind Adalaksanyi. Rene Robertson in Chicane is fourth, 1.6 behind Mardij Mol. 5 minutes remaining in the session. John Astrup is P7. Mardij Mol is P3, 2.8 behind Adalaksanyi. John Astrup from New Zealand is 7, 2.3 behind Brian Patterson. Mardij Mol is P3, 1.8 behind Adalaksanyi. Dominic Faubourg is P8, 1.3 behind John Astrup. Mardij Mol in Luband is P3, 1.8 behind Adalaksanyi. Dominic Faubourg in Luband is P8, 1.0 behind John Astrup. John Astrup in Woodcote is P7, 0.8 ahead of Dominic Faubourg. Dominic Faubourg was 2.3 faster last lap. John Astrup passed Brian Patterson for 6th. Brian Patterson is P7, 0.3 behind John Astrup. Dominic Faubourg in Ford Water is P8, 0.7 behind Brian Patterson. Robert Cormack is P9, 0.5 behind Dominic Faubourg. Dominic Faubourg was 1.4 faster last lap. Dominic Faubourg in Louvain Straight is P8. Best lap is a 1:31.314. 1.358 off the fastest lap. Brian Patterson is P7, 1.1 behind John Astroff. Christopher Ball entering the pits is 10th. Dominic Faubourg in Ford Water is 8th, 0.6 behind Brian Patterson. Christopher Ball exiting pits. Brian Patterson in St. Mary's is 7th, 0.5 ahead of Dominic Faubourg. Dominic Faubourg in Louvain Straight is 8th, 0.6 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson from Scotland is 7th, 0.6 behind John Astroff. Martijn Mol in Louvain is 3rd, 0.5 behind Alexandre. The leader has just finished the race. Max Shepard finished P1. Alexandre finished P2. Martijn Mol finished P3. David Kelsall finished P4. Rene Robertson finished P5. John Astroff finished 6th. Brian Patterson finished P7. Dominic Faubourg finished P8. Robert Cormack is P9. Robert Cormack finished 9th. Christopher Ball finished P10.